Item number 10 is authorize a budget transfer in the amount of $4,000 from fire training to fire equipment and maintenance in anticipation of repairing engine 1 to a point where it will pass New York State inspection.
So moved.
Second.
Any comment or question?
Yeah, Don, are they assuring you that they can do this for $3,900? I mean, Tracy said they wanted to look at it for $930 and make a recommendation from there that possibly may cost us another $5,000. These guys telling you they can do it?
They actually came down and they spent about 45 minutes to an hour going over the vehicle. They crawled underneath with creepers. There was 2 individuals from the company. They took all the pictures, they wrote down all the information, took it back. Took me almost a week and a half to get a quote out of them. They finally came back with this quote, and that's what they're telling me. The one thing I was concerned about with Tracy Road Equipment, their quote almost appears to be open-ended at the bottom, to the point where if they get working on it and they find more problems, they're just going to go ahead and fix them and then bill us at the end. So I hate to go to them and then end up having it cost $10,000 to $15,000. I'm not sure if that would be a smart investment in a vehicle just to get it to pass inspection for 1 year. I'm comfortable with their estimate. They, like I said, they climbed all over it. They seemed to know what they were doing, what they were talking about, and they took their time before they came in with it. I'm hopeful that's what they're going to do, and they're going to get it to pass inspection.
And they didn't make any mention to you that if they found more, they were going to bill us more?
No.
Mr. Matsky?
It does say, though, if this can be done, then replacing the cracked rail change can be performed. So they're not guaranteeing.
Which estimate are you referring to, Mr. Matsky?
This one here?
Which company?
It's
Yeah, that's, that's a higher bid.
Oh, all right.
There's another one.
All right. Thank you very much. So this is the one you rejected?
The second one was the one that we rejected.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Deborah's gonna drive it off a cliff and we'll collect the insurance money. $3,900. He has repaired that before, one of those trucks, right? Welded something for somebody?
Yes,
Down there?
he has done work for us in the past. His work has proven to be good, and he stands behind his work. He helped modify all of our exhaust systems, and went to the trolley system for the exhaust system for the building, and he did an awesome job. He stood behind it, and he's been good to us, so. And he's a little closer than the other one,
Yep.
as far as distance.
Yeah. How long is it gonna take, you know, or no clue?
No idea. I'm anticipating it's probably 2 weeks.
Cool.
Good. Okay, any other question or comment? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay.
Nay.
Any abstentions? That is approved. Is there any old business that anybody wishes to bring back before the council? Yes, Mr. Matsky?
It might, please correct me if I'm wrong, it might not be old business. I came this evening to find out that in your plan of moving the police department over to the Herb Wilson building, if you had a plan in place to what you're going to do to all the empty space that will be in this building.
A specific square foot by square foot plan?
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for what was in your mind, a vision for the general direction. Because we're going to have this floor empty, police wing, and the basement empty.
Well, there's a transitional phase that would involve replacing the roof on this building. And
But there's no money in the budget for it, and so I'm assuming we'll have to figure that out. But my bigger concern was what we're gonna do with the empty space here. I didn't know if you had a plan. It sounds like maybe you don't, and we'll have to look
Can I
into
take a
that.
shot at that?
Sure, Mr.
We
Bachner.
talked about that at the October 31st special council meeting, and this is my vision, it's not necessarily an approved vision. You get the police department and the court moved across the street. In 2011, in the budget I submitted, I gave some look-ahead projects. And in 2011, I gave a look-ahead project to replace the roof on this building. And doing that, it's going to require, this is basically a repeat from October 31st. The spline ceiling, which you can see outside in a lot of parts of the building, is going to be replaced. And a lot of the reasons why it's being replaced is because we need to add more roof drains to the building, and that's part of the roof replacement. The police department wing will be vacant. I envision that would be done first. The admin wing, where the city clerk, Chamberlain, my offices and such are located, but then temporarily relocate to that side of the building. Then that wing could be done. As you pointed out, this part of the building is pretty much vacant. That could be done at any time during the phasing. Fire department would also need to have some work done. We'd have to work around their schedule. But again, we could do that work during the day. They sleep at night. So most of the day, basically all the work could be done during the day. As for a final plan for the building, my vision, not necessarily an approved vision, but the study that was done in 2006 for this building showed that virtually all of the offices needed additional space. The police department, former police department will be vacant. I personally see it as a good option to move the offices that are have the most interaction with the public, basically the city clerk, Chamberlain, and assessor across the hall, to be renovated in some fashion that has not been particularly sorted out. And the other offices that need additional space in the admin wing could expand into those sections that are vacated. The offices in the basement, I believe they should come out of there. And I think that they could probably be fitted into this space behind us very nicely. As far as the vacant basement space, personally, I've always felt the city attorney ought to have an office available to him for use in this building when he's working in the building and coordinating with other folks. So what the civil service and or planning department vacate space out of the basement could possibly be made available to the city attorney. That's one option, not carved in stone. It's a concept.
Thank you. So this would stay at the council chambers in your vision, Jim?
Yes. The court would entirely take over the space across the street for their own court. This stays council chamber.
Also been some,
I also, this is again my vision, I personally believe that the mayor should be located closer to his secretary, assuming the secretary continues to be the assistant city clerk. I would also personally see the mayor's office being moved downstairs as well.
also been some interest in establishing a workspace within the building for members of the common council,
Yes.
so that they would have some file space and a desk, some counter space or desk space, and a place to keep materials and have access to a copy of the code book and things like that, and a telephone. And I believe, I have the impression that the fire department covets the existing mayor's conference room as a training. So there is space, there will be space freed up. I suspect that it can all be put to good use.